Wellesley.
Garrett Graham doesn't do girlfriends.
And you play my fake boyfriend to get Justin's attention? Deal.
5 p.m. Tuesday.
Rehearsal, 7.
Same, bro. Pretend you like me. Can't blush whenever I come near you.
You're very sure.
People sneak up on you.
What the hell does that mean?
It means trust me. What do you want, Wellesley?
It's scary.
Come on, bro, get your...
Being in love with someone who doesn't see you.
Now, you can blush.
Hello friends, today I am going to review season 1 of Off Campus, and honestly this series feels very emotional and realistic from the beginning. It is not only about romance, it is also about college life, pressure, friendship and personal feelings. The story starts with Garrett. He is famous in college because of sport, confidence, and a strong personality. Everyone know him on campus, but inside he crying emotional pain from his family problems. His smile hides many feelings. Then we meet Hannah. She is intelligent, focused, and a little shy. She loves music and wants a peaceful life. At first, Rana and Garrett look completely different from each other, but slowly their connection starts growing. One thing I liked is that the relationship does not become fast suddenly. First, they talk normally, then friendship starts, and after that, emotional moments come. Because of this, their chemistry feels natural instead of fake. College scenes are very enjoyable. Practice, sports event, classroom moments, and friendship groups make the world feel alive. And it really feels like we are watching real college student. Great sometimes acts funny and careless, but when emotional scene come, his serious side looks powerful. Hannah slowly understands his real personality. That emotional development is one of the strongest part of the show. The series also talks about fear, insecurity, and trust issue. Hannah has painful memories from her past, and those memories affect her confidence. The slow handles these emotion topic carefully. The dialogue are very simple and smooth. Characters speak like real young people. That makes emotional scene stronger because every feels believable. Another great thing is the side character. Friends of Garrett bring funny energy to the story. Some scene become emotional and some become very entertaining. This balance keeps the series interesting. The background music is soft and relaxing. Romantic scenes feel warm because of the music. Emotional moments also become deeper with slow songs in the background. Visually, the series looks modern and beautiful. Campus lights, winter atmosphere, and night scene create a very cozy feeling. Camera work is clean and cinematic. One emotional scene that stands out is when Garrett slowly opens his heart to Hannah. Those moments feel genius because both characters look emotionally broken in different way. The pacing is a little slow in some episodes, but the slowness helps the audience connect with the emotions. The show focus more on feeling than big twist. Season 1 mainly works because of the chemistry between Garrett and Hannah. Their emotional journey feels sweet, emotional, and realistic at the same time. If you enjoy emotional romance, college drama, and character growth, then this series is definitely worth watching. One thing that makes Off Campus special is how naturally the emotional grow between Garrett and Hannah. In many romance series, characters fall in love very quickly, but here the relationship slowly builds through conversation, trust, and emotional support. That is why their scenes feel more real and touching. At the beginning, Garrett looks like a perfect college star. He is confident, popular, funny, and everyone around him enjoys his energy. But the series slowly show that his personal life is not perfect at all. Deep inside, he feels lonely because of family problems and emotional pressure. Sometimes he jokes around to hide his pain. These small details make his character feel human instead of looking like a perfect hero. Hannah is also written very well. He is smart and independent, but she has emotional scares from her past. Because of those painful memories, she doesn't trust people easily. In many scenes, you can see fear and nervousness in her expression, but slowly, when Garrett starts understanding her feeling, she becomes emotionally stronger. Watching her character growth feels satisfying. Their first conversations are simple, but the chemistry is visible from the start. Garrett teaches Hannah sometimes, while Hannah tries to stay serious. These small moments create natural humor. Slowly, their friendship becomes deeper and emotional attachment starts growing without feeling forced. The writing of the series deserves appreciation. Dialogue sound normal and realistic. Characters speak like real students instead of movie heroes. Because of that, funny scenes feel funny naturally and emotional scenes feel more painful. The college environment is also shown beautifully. The classroom, sports practice, dorm room, cafeterias, and late night talks create a strong college vibe. Sometimes, while watching the series, it feels like we are also living inside that campus world. Sports also play an important role in Garrett's life. His hockey career creates pressure on him because everyone expects success from him. The series show how difficult it becomes when someone tries to balance career, relationship, and mental peace together. These emotional struggles make the story relatable for many young viewers. Another strong point is the emotional silence between characters. Sometimes Garrett and Hannah do not even speak much, but their expression say everything. Those scenes feel powerful because emotions are shown naturally without dramatic shooting. The side characters are also entertaining. Garrett friends bring comedy and energy into the story. The friendship feels strong and realistic. Some scenes between the boys are very funny and help balance the emotional tone of the series. At the same time, some side characters create misunderstanding and tension. Because of that, the relationship between Garrett and Hannah does not stay perfect all the time. The series show that relationship need trust, patience, and understanding. The emotions in are handled carefully. The show does not try to become too dark or too dramatic. Instead, it keeps emotions simple and genius. That simplicity becomes the biggest strength of the series. Background music is another beautiful part of the show. Romantic scenes feel soft because of calm music, while emotional moments feel deeper with slow emotional tracks. The music never feels loud or unnecessary. It supports the mood perfectly. Visually, the series looks modern and cinematic. Night scenes, winter atmosphere, big campus lights, and emotional close-up shots make the series visually attractive. Camera movement is smooth and every frame looks clean. One thing viewers may notice is that the pacing becomes slow sometimes, but honestly, that slow pacing helps the audience connect emotionally with the characters. Thus, series focus more on feeling and relationship instead of shocking twist or action scene. By the ending of season 1, the emotional connection between Garrett and Hannah becomes very strong. Their journey feels emotional, sweet, and mature at the same time. The audience start caring deeply about both characters because the show spent time building their personalities properly. Overall, Off Campus Scene 1 is not just a simple college romance series, it is a story about emotional healing, trust, friendship, and growing together during difficult times. That emotional honesty makes the series memorable for many viewers. Another reason why Off Campus feels different from many college romance show is the emotional realism. The series understands that young people are not always happy and confident. Sometimes they feel lost, confused, and emotionally tried. Garrett and Hannah both cry emotional pain, and that pain slowly connects them together. Garrett looks strong from the outside, but the series slowly reveals his emotional weakness. His relationship with family memory affects his mental pace deeply. Some scenes show his sitting alone after acting happy in front of everyone. Those quiet moments make the audience understand his loneliness. At the same time, Hannah is fighting her own fears. She wants she wants to stay focused on studies and music, but her first trauma sometimes stop her from feeling safe emotionally. The series handles her emotional struggles respectfully. It doesn't turn her pain into cheap drama. Instead, it shows how difficult healing can be. The emotional connection between Garrett and Hannah becomes stronger because they slowly start helping each other emotionally. Garrett gives Anna confidence while Anna brings calmness into Garrett's chaotic life. Their relationship feels balanced because both characters help each other grow. There are many scenes where simple conversation becomes emotional highlights. Sometimes they just sit together and talk about life, drama, and fears. Those scenes may sound simple, but they create the strongest emotional impact in the series. The romance is also presented in a mature way. The show focuses more on emotional intimacy and trust instead on only physical attraction. Because of that, viewers become emotionally attached to relationship. One thing that deserves praise is mature humor in the series. Garrett's funny personality creates many entertaining moments. His test is testing and playful behavior make heavy emotional scenes feel lighter sometimes. Hannah reactions to him are also very enjoyable to watch. Their chemistry feels com- comfortable and natural. The friend group scene are another major highlight. Garrett friends behave like real college boys. Their jokes, arguments, and emotional support feel realistic. These shared characters add life to the campus atmosphere. Sometimes their funny scenes become the most memorable moments of the episode. The show also captures the pressure of young adult characters are trying to build careers, maintain relationships, and understand themselves at the same time. That confusion feels relatable for many viewers because real life during college often feels exactly like that. The direction of the series is very smooth, emotional scenes are not rushed. The camera stay close to character during important moments, allowing viewer to feel their emotions properly. Even a small facial expression becomes meaningful because of the clamp direction style. Music again plays important role during emotional scene. Short, piano or slow songs quality increase the emotional depth. Romantic scenes feel warm because of the soundtrack. The music never tries too hard to control emotions. It supports the scenes naturally. Visually, the lighting and campus atmosphere looks beautiful. Winter nights, coffee shop scenes, sports practice area, and drama rooms all feels cozy and cinematic. Many scenes have a short, warm, clear tone that matches the emotion mood of the story. Some viewers may feel that the series moves slowly compared to action heavy dramas, but that slow emotional storytelling is exactly what makes the series special. Instead of shocking twist every minute, the story focus on emotional growth and human connection. By the later episodes of season 1, viewers start feeling deeply connected with Garrett and Hannah. Their emotional journey no longer feels like simple entertainment, it starts feeling personal. You want them to heal, trust each other, and find happiness together. The emotional attachment is the biggest success of Campus Season 1. The series may not have action scenes or massive suspense, but it understands emotional very well, and because of that, many viewers remember the characters long after finishing the season. As season 1 of Campus moves forward, the emotional depth becomes even stronger. The story slowly changes from a normal college romance into a journey of emotional healing. Garrett and Hannah stop looking like just two students in love. They start feeling like two broken people trying to support each other. One of the best things in the series is how natural the emotional progression feels. Nothing happens too quickly. Every important moment takes time to build. Because of that, when emotional scenes finally arrive, they feel earned instead of forced. Garrett slowly becomes more open about his feelings. At first, he hides everything behind jokes and confidence, but Hannah noticed the pain behind his smile. There are scenes when Garrett looks emotionally excited after dealing with family pressure and career stress. In those moments, Hannah quietly supports him without making the scene overall dramatic. Hannah's emotional journey is also powerful. She begins the season as someone who protects herself emotionally from everyone around her. Trusting people is difficult for her because of her painful past, but slowly Garrett gives her a feeling of safety and comfort. Watching her slowly smile more and open up emotionally becomes very satisfying for viewers. The romantic scene works so well because they feel simple and real. Sometimes the most emotional moments are not big dramatic scenes. Instead, they are small moments like late night conversations, sitting together quietly, helping each other during stressful days, or simply understanding each other without word. The chemistry between Garrett and Hannah becomes stronger in every episode. Their relationship feels based on emotional connection instead of only attraction. That is why audience becomes deeply invested in their journey. The series also shows how relationships are never perfect. Misunderstanding, fear, jealousy, and emotional insecurity create tension between the characters, but instead of turning these moments into toxic drama, the show handles the maturely. Characters make mistakes, apologize, and try to grow emotionally. Another beautiful aspect is the balance between emotional scene and fun college moments. Some episodes becomes heavy emotionally, but then funny scenes with friends bring energy back into the story. Garrett friend group especially keeps the atmosphere entertaining. Their conversation feel natural, chaotic, and realistic like real college friendship. Sports continue to play an important role in Garrett's life. Hockey is not shown only as a game, it represents pressure, expectation, and responsibility. Garrett constantly feels pressure to perform well because many people depend on him. This creates emotional stress inside him, even when he tries not to show it publicly. The direction of emotion scenes deserve appreciation. Many emotional moments are filmed very softly with lighting and close camera shots. Instead of using loud drama, the series trusts the emotions of the actor. Because of that, scenes feel more intimate and believable. Music again becomes a hug strength of the show. Emotional piano tracks, soft romantic songs, and calm background sounds make scene feel deeper emotionally. Sometimes the soundtrack alone changes the emotional mood completely. The visual style of the series also remains beautiful throughout the season. Snowy nights, campus lights, coffee shops, and dorm room conversation create a cozy atmosphere. The cinematography gives the series a warm emotional feeling that perfectly matches the romance story. One reason why many viewers connect with this series is because the emotions feel realistic. The characters are not perfect superheroes. They are young people trying to understand life, relationships, and family problems and future dramas. Their struggles feel human. As the season approaches its emotion climax, the relationship between Garrett and Hannah becomes more emotional and serious. Both characters realize how important they have become for each other. Their bond feels stronger because it was built slowly through trust and emotional honesty. By the final episode, viewers are not longer watching only for romance. They genuinely care about the emotional happiness of both characters. That emotional investment is the biggest achievement of Campus Season 1. In the latter part of Season 1 of Campus, the emotions becomes even more intense, but the series still keeps its soft and realistic feeling. Instead of adding unnecessary twist, the story focus on the emotional growth of Garrett and Hannah. The emotional focus is what makes the series feel special. Garrett slowly starts changing because of Hannah. Early, he used to hide everything behind confidence and humor, but now he begins to understand that showing emotions is not weakness. Some scenes where he talks honestly about his fears and family pain feel very powerful. Those moments make his character deeper and more relatable. Hannah also changes a lot during the season. In the beginning, he looked emotionally guarded and carefully around people, but slowly becomes of Garrett's support. She becomes emotionally stronger. Her confidence grows, and she starts believing in herself again. Watching the emotional healing feels very satisfying. The emotional connection between them feels stronger because the show gives importance to small details, simple moments like studying together, walking at night, sitting silently after emotional conversation, or helping each other during stressful situations become memorable scenes. These moments may look simple, but they create the strongest emotional impact. One thing that works beautifully is the emotional honesty of the series. Characters are not always strong. Sometimes they break down emotionally, sometimes they become confused, and sometimes they make mistakes. That realism makes the audience connect deeply with team. There are also moments of conflict between Garrett and Hannah. Misunderstandings and emotional insecurities create tension in their relationship, but the series handles these situations maturely. Instead of creating fake drama, it shows how difficult communication can be in real relationships. Garrett hockey career continues, creating pressure on him. Expectations from coaches, teammates, and family increase his stress level. The series show that success does not automatically bring happiness. Even popular and talented people can feel emotionally excited. Hannah emotional struggles are also shown with care. Some scenes remind viewers that healing from emotional trauma takes time. The show never rushes her emotional recovery. The realistic pacing makes her character arc feel genius. The shared characters continue adding energy to the story. Get friends bring humor, cues, and emotional support. Their friendships feel authentic because they behave like real college friends. Sometimes their jokes create funny breaks between emotional scenes, making the overall experience balanced. The series also captured the feeling of un- uncertainty that make young people experience during college life. Characters constantly think about careers, relationships, future goals, and personal identity. That emotional confusion feels realistic and relatable for viewers. Visually, the series continues looking beautiful. Night scenes with soft lights, winter atmosphere, and emotional close-up shots create a calm romantic mood. The cinematography is simple but emotionally effective. Every scene feels warm and personal. The soundtrack remains one of the biggest strengths of the show. Emotional songs quietly play during important scenes and make the emotions feel stronger naturally. Romantic moments feel soft while painful scenes feel heavier because of the background music. As the story reaches its emotional peak, Garrett and Hannah began understanding how deeply connected they have become. Their relationship no longer feels temporary or casual. It feels emotionally important for both of them. The final emotional moments of season 1 leave a strong impression because viewers have spent so much time understanding the characters. By this point, audience are emotionally invested in their happiness, fears, and future together. That is why Op Campus Season 1 works so well. It is not trying to become the biggest or loudest romance series. Instead, it focuses on realistic emotions, emotional healings, friendship, trust, and young adulthood. And because of that, honestly, the series becomes emotionally memorable for many viewers. After the emotional high points in off campus, the series becomes even more personal and emotional. By now, Garrett and Hannah understand each other deeply, but that does not mean their problems disappear. In fact, the closer they become, the more emotional challenges start appearing in their lives. One emotional thing about the series is that love is not shown like a fairy tale. The story makes it clear that relationships need patience, trust, and emotional understanding. Garrett and Hannah both have emotional wounds, so sometimes they struggles to express their feeling properly. Those emotional struggles make the romance feel real. Garrett slowly becomes emotionally dependent on Hannah because she gives him peace that he never felt before. Around her, he stops pretending to be the perfect confident college star. He becomes softer and emotionally honest. Those scenes where the quietly talks about his fear feel extremely genius. At the same time, Hannah also starts trusting Garrett more than anyone else. Early, she was afraid of emotional attachment, but now she slowly allows herself to feel safe with him. Watching her emotional walls break down little by little becomes one of the most satisfying parts of the season. The writing of emotional conversation deserve appreciation. Characters do not always say dramatic movie style dialogues. Instead, they speak in simple emotional words, just like real people. That simplicity makes many scenes hit harder emotionally. There are also moments where misunderstanding create distance between Garrett and Hannah. Some situations make the question their relationship and emotional trust, but instead of turning these conflicts into toxic drama, the series focus on communication and emotional maturity. One very strong point of the show is how it balances romance with personal growth. Garrett is not only learning how to love someone, he is also learning how to deal with his own emotional pain. Hannah is Hannah is also learning confidence and emotional strength. Because of that, their relationship feels meaningful instead of superficial. The college setting continues to feel alive and realistic. The dorm room scenes, campus walks, sport practice, and late night emotional talks creating a believable college atmosphere. It feels like a real where these characters actually alive. The friend group also remains entertaining throughout the season. Garrett's friend bring funny moments, emotional advice, and chaotic energy to the story. Their friendship feels natural because they support each other even during difficult situations. Some comedy scenes help reduce the emotional heaviness of the story perfectly. The series also talks indirectly about mental pressure and emotional exhaustion. Many characters look happy from outside but feel emotionally tired inside. This emotional realism makes the story relatable for many young viewers who experience similar feeling in real life. Visually, the series becomes even more beautiful in emotional sense. Sharp lighting, quiet music, and close emotional camera shots create a very intimate feeling. Even silent scene become emotionally powerful because of the expressions of the actors. The chemistry between Garrett and Hannah remains the heart of the show. Their emotional connection feels clam soft and believable. The audience slowly starts feeling comfort whenever they share a scene together. The soundtrack again deserves praise. Romantic piano music and emotional background tracks quietly increase the emotional depth of scene. Sometimes even simple conversation feel emotional because of beautiful music playing softly in background. As the season moves forward, its ending emotions becomes stronger and more serious. Both Garrett and Hannah realize that their relationship has changed them emotionally. They are no longer the same people from the beginning of the season. The atmosphere transfer is the real beauty of Campus Season 1. It is not only a story about romance, it is a story about emotional healing, trust, vulnerability, and learning how to love while dealing with personal pain. As off campus reaches its final emotional phase, the storytelling becomes deeper and more emotional than before. By this point, Garrett and Hannah are no longer just college students enjoying romance. They have become emotional support systems for each other. Their emotional bond is what makes the later episode so powerful. Garrett begins facing more pressure from every side of life. Hockey responsibility, family problems, and emotional confusion slowly start affecting his mental peace. Early, he used humor to hide everything, but now the audience can clearly see how emotionally tired he feels. Some scenes where he silently struggles alone feel heartbreaking because they are presented very realistically. Hannah noticed these emotional changes in Garrett before anyone else. That is what makes their relationship feel special. She understands his silence, his frustration, and his emotional exertion. Even when she say nothing directly, their emotional understanding feels stronger than simple romance. At the same time, Hannah herself continues dealing with emotional fear from her past. The series reminds viewers that emotional healing is not fast or easy. Some days she feels confident and happy, while other days painful memories return again. These emotional release makes her character feel human and believable. One beautiful thing about the series is how quite emotional scenes become the most memorable moments. Sometimes Garrett and Hannah simply sit together without speaking much, but their expressions and body language shares everything. The direction, trust, emotions instead of forcing dramatic dialogue. The chemistry between the two leads continues becoming stronger naturally. Their relationship feels safe and comforting. The audience can feel that they genuinely care about each other emotional well-being. That emotional sincerity is the reason many viewers become deeply attached to the story. The show also handles relationship conflict maturely, miscommunication, emotional insecurity, and fear create problem between them sometimes, but the story does not turn these moments into unnecessary toxicity. Instead, the characters try to understand each other emotionally even after mistakes happen. Garrett emotional character development becomes one of the strongest part of the season. In the beginning, he looked like someone who always wanted attention and fun, but by the later episode, we will see a more emotional, vulnerable and mature side of him. His emotional growth feels very satisfying because it happens slowly and naturally. Hannah's growth is equally powerful. She becomes emotionally stronger and more open compared to the beginning of the season. Her journey is not about becoming perfect. It is about learning how to trust again and stop living in fear emotionally. The side character also continue adding life to the story. Garrett friends bring funny conversation and emotional support during difficult moments. Their friendship feels realistic because they argue, joke, and support each other like real college friends. The college atmosphere remains one of the best visual aspects of the series. Late night campus scenes, sports practice, drum room talks, and winter lighting create a cozy emotional vibe. The cinematography may look simple, but emotionally it works beautifully. Music again becomes extremely important during emotional scene. Soft emotional track quietly increase the emotion ins- intensity without making scene feel forced. Romantic scene feel warm while emotional breakdown scene feel even more painful because of the soundtrack. As the season approaches its emotional conclusion, viewer become fully invested in Garrett and Hannah relationship. The audience no longer watches only for entertainment. They genuinely want these characters to heal emotional and find peace together. The final emotional moments leave a strong impact because the story spends so much time building emotional connection carefully. Nothing feels rushed. Every emotional scene feels through the journey of the characters. This is why Off Campus Season 1 feels memorable. It combines romance, emotional healing, friendship, and realistic young adult struggles in a very natural way. Instead of depending on hug twist or love drama, the series wins through emotional honesty and believable human connection. By the final stretch of campus, the emotional atmosphere becomes very deep and personal. The audience has already spent so much time with Garrett and Hannah that even small emotional moments start feeling important. The series slowly creates a feeling that these characters are real people instead of fictional college students. Garrett reaches on a point where he cannot keep hiding his emotional anymore. The pressure from hockey family expectation and emotional confusion becomes too heavy for him sometimes. Early he always act confident and funny, but now viewer can clearly sees emotionally vulnerability. Those moments where the quietly breaks emotionally are some of the strongest scenes in the series. Hannah becomes the person who understands him the most. He notices his emotional pain even when he tries to hide it behind smiles and jokes. Their emotional connection becomes stronger because they stop pretending around each other. They feel safe enough to show weakness, fear, and sadness openly. That emotional honesty makes their relationship feel mature and genius. At the same time, Hannah also continued fighting her own emotional struggles. Her past trauma still affects her confidence sometimes. Certain situations remind her of painful memories, and those moments make her emotionally distant. But Garrett patently supports her patiently support her instead of forcing her to change quickly. That Fashions make the romance feel respectful and realistic. The emotional writing continues to be one of the best parts of the show. The series understands that strong emotions do not always need dramatic speeches. Sometimes one quiet conversation or one emotional look between characters feels more powerful than loud argument. The relationship between Garrett and Hannah feels balanced because both characters protect and heal each other emotionally. Garrett helps Hannah feel safe again, while Hannah gives Garrett emotional peace during stressful moments. Their bond feels deeper than a normal college romance. The friend group scenes continue bringing energy into the story. Great friends create funny and chaotic moments that balance the emotionally heaviness perfectly. Their friendship feels natural because they teach each other constantly but still support each other during difficult situations. The series also does a very good job showing the confusion of young adulthood. Every character is trying to understand life, relationships, careers, and personal identity at the same time. That emotional uncertainty feels relatable because many young people experience similar struggles during college years. Visually, the emotional scene become even stronger because of the cinematography, warm light, winter nights, empty campus space, and emotional close episodes create a calm and intimate atmosphere. Even silence feels emotional in many scenes. The soundtrack remains excellent throughout the season. Soft, emotional songs and slow background music increase the emotional depth naturally. Romantic scenes feel comforting, while painful moments feel heartbreaking because of the music. One thing viewers may really appreciate is that the series respects emotional realism. Problems are not solved magically in one episode. Characters continue struggling emotionally even after becoming closure. That realistic emotional packing makes the story more believable. At the emotional climax approaches, Garrett and Hannah finally realize how much they truly mean to each other. Their relationship becomes emotionally serious, and viewer can feel how deeply connected they have become after everything they faced together. The final emotional moments feel powerful because the audience has watched these characters grow slowly from beginning to end. Garrett is no longer only the confident college athlete, and Hannah is no longer emotionally closed off. Both characters change because of love, trust, and emotional support. That emotional growth is the true heart of Campus Season 1. The series succeeds not because of shocking twist or hug action scene, but because it understands human emotion in a simple and honest way. In the emotional final chapter of Campus, the relationship between Garrett and Hannah reaches its deepest point emotionally. By one viewer have seen their happy moments, painful misunderstanding, emotional breakdowns, and personal growth. Because of that emotional journey, every final scene feels meaningful. Garrett finally starts expecting that he cannot solve every problem alone. Earlier, he always tried to act strong in front of everyone. He believed showing emotions would make him look weak. But Hannah slowly changes that mindset around her. He learns that emotional honesty is actually a strength, not a weakness. Some of Garrett's emotional scene is the final episode feel extremely powerful because they look real instead of cinematic. He does not suddenly become a perfect emotional person. He still struggles, becomes frustrated, and sometimes lose control emotionally. But now he tries to communicate honestly instead of hiding everything inside. The character growth feels very mature, natural. Hannah emotionally journey also reaches a beautiful stage. In the beginning, she was emotionally careful and afraid of trusting people. Her past trauma create emotional walls around her head, but through the season, Garrett slowly gives her confidence and emotional safety. By the end, she starts believing that he deserves love and happiness too. One of the strongest thing about the series is how emotional support becomes more important than romance itself. Garrett and Hannah are not together only because of attraction. They genuinely help each other survive emotional difficult times. Their relationship feels comforting and emotionally safe. The emotional conversation between them remains very simple, but that simplicity create realism. Instead of dramatic movie dialogues, they talk like real young people trying to understand their feelings. Because of that, viewer cannot connect deeply with with their scene. The final episode also continue blazing emotional moments with light-threaded collisions. Garrett friend still bring humor and fun energy into the story. Their friendship keeps the atmosphere alive and prevents the series from beginning emotionally too heavy all the time. The college setting remains beautifully until the end. Snowville nights, campus lights, sports arenas, dorm rooms, and quiet late night conversation create a soft emotional atmosphere. The cinematography quietly supports the emotional mood without becoming flashy. Music once again become one of the biggest emotional strength of the series. Slow romantic songs and emotional piano tracks make important scenes feel even more touching. Sometimes the background music alone makes viewer emotional during quiet moments. The emotional realism of the series continues standing out strongly. Character still make mistakes, feels insecure, and struggle emotionally even near the ending. The story understands that emotional healing is not perfect or easy. That honestly make the characters feel believable. As the emotional conclusion comes closer, Garrett and Hannah both realize how much they changed because of each other. Garrett becomes emotionally softer and more mature, while Hannah becomes stronger and more confident emotionally. Their relationship helps both of them grows as people. The final emotional scene leave a warm but emotional feeling. Viewer feel attached to these character because the show spends so much time building their personalities, fear, dramas, and emotional struggles carefully. Nothing feels rushed. Every emotional payoff feels earned. By the end of season 1, Off Campus becomes more than just a college romance story. It becomes a story about emotional healing, trust, vulnerability, friendship, and learning how to love someone while still fighting your own emotional battles. That emotional honestly is the reason why many viewers connect so deeply with the series. It feels soft, emotional realism, and comfort at the same time. After watching the complete journey of campus, one thing becomes very clear. The series is not trying to impress viewer with hug, twist, or loud drama. Its biggest power is emotional correction. The story wins because the character feels real, emotional, and human from beginning to end. As the emotional journey of campus fully settles in the hearts of viewers, the series starts feeling less like entertainment and more like a emotional experience. The reason is simple: the emotions are written with honesty, the characters are in fact imperfect, confused, emotional, and vulnerable, just like real people during college life. Garrett becomes emotionally stronger by learning how to accept his own weakness. Earlier, he always believed he had to stay strong for everyone around him. He cried emotional pressure silently because he thought nobody would understand him completely. But Hannah changes that slowly. He becomes the first person with whom he feels emotionally safe. Some scenes between Garrett and Hannah feel so natural that they almost look unscripted. Their conversation flow softly and their emotional connection grows through small moments instead of dramatic events. A quiet smile, eyes connect, or simple support during stressful times become enough to create emotional depth. Hannah emotional healing is one of the most beautiful parts of the season. She begins as someone emotionally closed because of painful memories and trust issue, but over time Garrett gives her emotional comfort and confidence. Watching her slowly become emotionally open again feels heartwarming. The relationship between them works because both characters help each other grow emotionally. Garrett teaches Hannah that she deserves happiness and safety, while Hannah teaches Garrett that emotional honesty is not weakness. Their emotional partnership feels balanced and mature. Another reason why the show feels realistic is because conflict are not engaged. Problem come from fear, insecurity, pressure, and misunderstanding, things that happen in real relationships. The story never tries to create fake drama only for shock value. The emotional pacing remains slow but meaningful. Some viewers may expect bigger twist, but the series chooses emotional realism. Instead, it focuses on conversation, emotional growth, and relationship development. That slower storytelling style becomes the biggest emotional strength of the show. The college setting continues feeling alive throughout the season. Campus parties, sports practice, late night talks, classrooms, coffee shops, and rooms all create a believable environment. The audience starts feeling emotionally connected to the entire world of the series. not just the romance. Great friend group remains entertaining and supportive. Their jokes and chaotic energy bring balance to the emotional story. Sometimes their funny scenes become necessary because the emotional moment in the series can feel very happy and personal. The direction deserves appreciation because emotional scenes are handled softly and carefully. The camera often stay close to characters during emotional conversation, allowing viewer to notice every expression and emotional reaction. The show trusts subtle emotions instead of flow drama. Music again becomes a major emotional strength. Short romantic songs, emotional piano music, and calm background tracks quietly increase the emotional atmosphere. Many scenes feel memorable because the soundtrack supports the emotions perfectly. Visual, the series keeps its warm and cinematic style until the end. Snowy weather, dim campus lights, emotional night scenes, and cozy interiors create a comforting emotional mood. Even silent scenes feel emotionally powerful because of the atmosphere. One of the most emotional things about the series is how it shows that love alone can't magically fix every problem. Garrett and Hannah still struggle emotionally even after becoming close, but now they no longer feel alone while facing those struggles. That emotional companionship becomes the real beauty of the relationship. By the final emotional moments, viewer feel deeply attached to both characters because the show spends so much time exploring their fears, dramas, emotional pain, and personal growth carefully. The audience watches them slowly become better versions of themselves through emotional support and trust. That is why Off Campus Season 1 feels emotionally memorable. It is not loud or over dramatic, instead, it feels soft, intimate, realistic, and emotionally sincere. And sometimes those quiet emotional stories stay with viewer the longest. Near the emotional ending of Campus, the story reaches a point where viewer feel completely connected to Garrett and Hannah. Their relationship no longer feels like a simple college romance. It feels like two emotionally damaged people slowly learning how to trust hell and grow together. Garrett changes more than anyone expected during the session. In the beginning, he looked fearless and always full of confidence. People around him saw him as the perfect athlete and powerful college boy, but deep inside, he was emotionally excited. The pressure of success, family expectation, and personal loneliness slowly damaged his peace of mind. The beautiful thing is that Hannah never tries to fix Garrett completely. Instead, she simply stays beside him emotionally. She listens to him, understands him, and supports him during difficult moments. That emotional support feels more powerful than dramatic romance in Hannah. Emotional growth is equally emotional to watch. Her past trauma made her emotionally distant from people. She constantly protect herself because she was afraid of getting hurt again. But Garrett slowly gives her emotional safety for the first time in a long time. She starts believing that love does not always lead to pain. The emotional chemistry between them becomes strongest during quiet scenes. Sometimes they simply sit together after a stressful day, and even without many words, viewer can feel the emotional comfort they bring into each other's lives. Those soft moments become the soul of the series. One reason why the series feels realistic is because both characters continue struggling emotionally even while being together. Love does not magically remove their problems. Garrett still feels pressure and anger. Sometimes Hannah still experience fear and emotionally insecurity, but now they face those struggles together instead of alone. The emotional maturity of the story deserves praise. Many romance show create drama through unnecessary misunderstanding and toxic behavior, but Off Campus tries to focus more on communication, emotional honesty, and personal healing that makes the relationship healthier and more believable. Garrett's friends also remains important till the end. His friends continue bring comedy, emotional advice, and support into the story. Their friendships feel energetic and authentic even during emotional episodes. These side characters help maintain balance in the story. The college atmosphere still feels warm and cozy. Dorm rooms, practice arenas, snowy campus road, late night conversation, and coffee shops create a very comforting emotional environment. The cinematography quietly supports the emotional tune without becoming flashy or overstyled. The soundtrack once again deserves appreciation. Emotional piano themes and soft romantic tracks make many scenes unforgettable emotionally. The music never overpowers the acting, instead, it gently supports the emotional of the characters. As the emotional climax approaches, Garrett and Hannah both realize how deeply they changed because of each other. Garrett becomes emotionally more open and mature, while Hannah becomes stronger and more confident in expressing her feeling. The audience also realizes something important by this point. The series is not really about perfect romance, it is about emotional healing. It shows how understanding, patience, and emotion safety can slowly help broken people become stronger again. By the end of season 1, viewer feel emotionally attached to every important moment between Garrett and Hannah. Their smiles feel comforting, their emotional pain feels personal, and their relationship feels meaningful because the story spent so much time building it naturally. The emotional honesty is why Off Campus Season 1 leaves such a lasting impact. It feels calm, emotional, realistic, and deeply human from beginning to end. Hello friend, today I am going to explain episode 1 of Off Campus in detail. The story starts in Briar University. This college is famous for hockey parties and smart students. Every morning the campus is full of students walking with bags, coffee, cups and books. Some students are laughing with friends, some are running late for class, and some are chilling quietly under trees studying. In this university, we meet Hannah Wells. Hannah is a music student. She is intelligent, calm, and shy. She loves singing very much. Whenever he feels stressed, she writes song in her notebook. But Hannah does not trust people easily. Inside her head, she cries painful memories for her past. Because of this, she avoids too much attention. One morning, Hannah walks into class wearing headphones. She quietly sits in front and starts preparing notes before class begins. A few minutes later, another student enters. That student is Garrett Graham. The moment Garrett enters, many girls start whispering because Garrett is most famous hockey player in college. He is handsome, funny, confident, and powerful. Garrett walks casually into class with his hockey jacket, but unlike Hannah, Garrett is not serious about studies. He sits at the back and looks completely bored. During the lecture, the teacher suddenly asks Garrett a question. Garrett can't answer properly. Some students laugh quietly. The teacher becomes angry and says, Hammer Graham, if your grades stay this bad, you may fail. Garrett A smile disappear for a moment because hockey is his entire future. If he fails classes, he may lose his place on the hockey team. After class, Garrett meets his teammate Dean D. Laurentius. Dean laughs and says, "You should start studying before coach kills you." Garrett jokingly replies, "I would rather fight a bear than study." Both laugh, but deep inside, Garrett is actually worried. Later that day, Garrett checks the class ranking board. There is noticed Hannawells near the top. The marks are excellent. Garrett smiles slowly and idea comes into his mind. The next day, Hannah goes to the library after classes. She sits alone near the window there with books and coffee. Everything is peaceful. Suddenly, someone sits in front of her. It's Garrett Graham. Hannah looks annoyed. Immediately, Garrett smiles confident and says, "Hi, I need your help." Hannah removes the headphones slowly. "What kind of help?" Garrett explains his great problem. He asks Hannah to tutor them, tutor him, but Hannah immediately says no. She thinks Garrett is lazy and irresponsible. Garrett keeps trying. He jokes around. He compliments Hannah's intelligence, but Hannah is not impressed. Finally, she picks up her books and leaves. Garrett watches her walk away and quietly says, "This girl is dangerous." Over the next few days, Garrett keeps finding chances to talk to Hannah, sometimes outside class, sometimes near cafeteria, sometimes in hallways. Hannah starts getting irritated seeing him everywhere. One afternoon, Garrett blocks Hannah path jokingly and says, "You can't escape forever." Hannah replies, "Watch me." Then she walks away again, but secretly she finds him funny sometimes. Meanwhile, Hannah has another problem. She secretly likes a boy named Justin Cole. Justin is kind and handsome. Whenever Hannah see him, she becomes nervous, but Justin barely notices her. This makes Hannah feel disappointed. One evening, Hannah's friends forces her to attend a college party. The party is loud and crowded. Music is playing everywhere. Students are dancing and shooting happily. Hannah feels uncomfortable in this environment. She stands quietly near the drinks table. Then she noticed Justin Cole talking with friends nearby. Hannah becomes nervous intensely. She fixes her hair and tries looking confident, but Justin only gives a small smile before turning back to his friends. Hannah feels sad. At that same moment, Garrett Graham enters the party with his hockey teammates. Everyone cheers loudly for him. Garrett quickly notices Hannah standing alone. He walks toward her crying a drink. Garrett smiles and says, "You look like you want to escape." Hannah rolls her eyes. You are very observant. Garrett's laugh. Then he notices Hannah starting at gesturing. Garrett immediately understands everything. He grins mischievously. "Oh, you like him?" Hannah gets embarrassed. She denies it immediately, but Garrett already knows the truth. Garrett suddenly gets an idea. He says, "If you help me study, I will help make Justin jealous." Hannah looks shocked. Garrett explains his fake dating plan. He says if they pretend to spend time together, Justin will finally notice Hannah. At first, Hannah thinks The idea sounded stupid, but later she starts thinking carefully. Maybe this crazy plan would actually work. The next day, Garrett again finds Anna in the library. This time, Anna sings and says, "Fine, I will help you study." Garrett deter- dramatically places his hand on his head. "You just saved my life." Hannah laughs a little for the first time. This becomes their first real friendly moment. Soon they start studying together regularly. Garrett comes to Hannah dorm room crying books, but he can't focus properly. He keeps joking every 5 minutes. Sometimes he complains loudly about homework. Sometimes he lies on the floor dramatically, saying, "I can't survive this torture." Hannah gets frustrated but also starts laughing more around him. Slowly, Garrett begins trying seriously. Hannah realizes he is actually smart. He simply never cried enough before. During one study session, Garrett noticed Hannah's guitar in the room. She asks her to sing. At first, Hannah refuses because she feels shy, but Garrett keeps insisting playfully. Finally, Hannah softly sings a small song. Garrett becomes completely silent. He looks genuinely surprised. Her voice is beautiful. Garrett quietly says, "Wow." Hannah feels nervous hearing that. No one ever listened to her so carefully before. As days pass, both becomes more comfortable together. Garrett tells Hannah stories about hockey practice. He tells about pressure from his father. His father is extremely strict and demanding. He only cares about success. One night, Garrett quietly admits, "My father never thinks I am good enough." Hannah sees sadness hiding behind Garrett's jokes. For the first time, she understands him deeply. At the same time, Garrett notices Hannah sometimes become quiet and ang- anxious suddenly, especially when certain topic about relationship come up. Garrett, since Hannah is hiding painful memories, but they respect her silence. This slowly builds trust between them. One afternoon, Garrett invites Hannah to watch hockey practice. Hannah says she knows nothing about hockey. Garrett replies proudly, "Then today your education begins." At the ice rink, Hannah watches Garrett strike powerfully across the ice. He looks completely different there, focused, strong, serious. Garrett scores beautifully during practice. His teammates cheer loudly. Then Garrett looks toward Hannah sitting in the audience. He smiles proudly. Hannah smiles back, and for a moment, both forget this relationship is supposed to be fake. The episode slowly moves toward emotional moment between them. At another party, Garrett and Hannah pretend to act like a couple again. Garrett puts his arm around her naturally. Justin notices immediately. She looks jealous, excitedly like Garrett planned, but something unexpected also happens. Garrett himself starts feeling jealous whenever Hannah talks to Justin. He does not understand this feeling yet. Never Near the end of episode 1, Hannah and Garrett sit together late at night studying quietly. Snow falls outside the window. The room feels peaceful. Garrett suddenly stops reading and looks at Hannah carefully. Hannah notices and asks, "What?" Garrett softly smiles, "Nothing." but inside his head, everything is changing. What started as a fake plan is slowly becomes real things, and this is how episode 1 begins and slowly moves toward romance between Hannah Wells and Garrett Graham. Now, I am going to explain episode 2 of Campus in detail. Episode 2 starts early in morning at Briar University. Snow is falling lightly outside the campus. The students are walking quite quickly with jackets and coffee cups. Inside her dorm room, Hannah Wells walks up slowly, but today her mind feels distracted. Last night, a study session with Garrett Graham keeps coming back into her thoughts. She remembers the way Garrett looked at her quietly. Hannah sits on her bed holding coffee. Then he shakes her hand and says softly, "No, this is fact dating only." But inside her head, confusion is growing. Meanwhile, Garrett Graham walks up inside the hockey house. His room is messy with hockey clothes, books, and food packets everywhere. Garrett teammate D&D Laurentis enters the room suddenly. Dean notices Garrett smiling at his phone. Dean immediately says, "You are thinking about Hannah again, right?" Garrett throws a pillow at him. "I am not." But then Dean starts laughing loudly because Garrett's face already reveals the truth. For the first time, Garrett is thinking seriously about one girl, and that girl is Hannah Wells. Later, Hannah walks toward her music class, crying books. Suddenly, Garrett appears beside her wearing his hockey jacket. He smiles confidently. "Good morning, tutor girl." Hannah sings dramatically. "You pass everywhere." Garrett grins proudly. "Yes, it's my special talent." As they all walk together, many students start at them. Some girls whisper about Hannah because nobody expected Garrett Graham to spend so much time with one girl. Hannah starts feeling uncomfortable. She quietly lowers her eyes. Garrett notices immediately without joking. He softly says, "Do not listen to them." That small sentence makes Hannah feel safe again. Inside music class, Hannah tries focusing on studies, but her mind keeps drifting toward Garrett. She remembers his smile, his jokes, the way he carefully listened when she sang after classes. After class, Hannah meets her best friend Ellie. Ellie instantly notices Hannah smiling secretly. Ellie crosses her arms and says, "Okay, tell me everything." Hannah quickly denies having feeling for Garrett. She says their relationship is fake, but Ellie smirks, knowing fake relationships do not make people blush like this. Hannah becomes embarrassed. Meanwhile, Garrett stands hockey practice. Today, the coach looks extremely serious. A important match is coming soon. The coach orders everyone to practice harder. Normally, Garrett performs perfectly, but today he misses several shots because his thoughts keep returning to Hannah. His teammate Logan Michel sticks beside him and says, "You are distracted because of a girl." Garrett instantly replies, "No chance." But Logan laughs and then explains, "Why you forget the puck 5 times?" Garrett becomes irritated but says nothing. Deep inside, he knows Logan is right. After practice, Garrett sits alone in the locker room. Suddenly, his phone rings. It's his father. Garrett expression changes immediately. The conversation feels cold and tense. His father only talks about hockey performance and grades. No warmth, no affection. His father say, "You better not fail your classes." Garrett quietly replies, "I know." After the call ends, Garrett punches his locker angrily. Inside, he feels pressure consistently. He wants his father to feel proud of him, but nothing is ever enough. That evening, Garrett goes to Hannah's dorm room for another study session. Hannah notices his serious mood immediately. Normally, Garrett enters joking loudly, but today he looks tired. Hannah softly asks what happened. At first, Garrett avoids the question, but Hannah patiently waits. Finally, Garrett talks honestly. He explains how his father controls most part of his life. Garrett say, "Sometimes I feel okay is the only thing people see in me." Hannah listen carefully. She understands emotion pain better than most people. Then Hannah quietly say, "You are more than hockey." Garrett looks at her silently. That line touches him deeply. Very few people try understanding the real Garrett behind the jokes and popularity. For a few seconds, the room becomes completely quiet. Both stare at each other. The atmosphere becomes emotional and romantic, but Garrett suddenly smiles awkwardly and say, "Wow, that got serious fast." Both laugh softly. The tension breaks. Later during studying, Garrett struggles with a assignment. Again, he dramatically falls backward on Hannah's bed and says, "My brain is dead." Hannah laughs loudly. "You are impossible." Garrett points proudly at his notes. "But I am improving." Hannah smiles because it's true. Garrett is finally trying seriously. After studying, Garrett noticed Hannah looking stressed suddenly. Her smile slowly disappeared. Garrett gently asks, "Where did your fan go?" Hannah hesitates. Then she quietly explains she had crowded parties because of painful experience. From her first, she doesn't explain everything fully, but Garrett understands enough to stop joking. He softly says, "You never have to tell me anything you do not want to." Hannah feels safe hearing this. Garrett is not forcing her. See, he is simply supporting her. That night, Garrett walks Hannah to another campus party. Music is loud everywhere. Students dance wildly. Lights flash across the room. Hannah feels nervous and tiring. Garrett noticed instantly. Without saying much, he stayed close beside her. Justin Cole also arrives at the party. This time, Justin notices Hannah immediately because she is standing with Garrett. Justin starts talking with Hannah more openly. The fake dating plan is finally working. But sometimes unexpected happens again. Garrett becomes jealous watching Hannah smile at Justin. He suddenly feels irritated for no reason. Didn't notice Garrett staring angrily and whispers, "You like her." Garrett denies it immediately, but even he no longer fully believes himself. Later at party, a drunk student speaks rudely to Hannah. Before Hannah can react, Garrett steps in front of her protectively. His face becomes serious. He coldly tells the body to leave. The body quickly walks away. Hannah looks surprised. Garrett asks softly, "You okay?" Hannah nods Slowly, inside she feels touched because Garrett geniusly cares about her safety. No fake acting, real concern. After leaving the party, Hannah and Garrett walk quietly across the snowy campus. The cold air surrounds them. Hannah softly says, "Thank you for earlier." Garrett shrugs casually, "I don't like people hurting you." That simple sentence stays inside Hannah's heart as they continue walking. Snow begins falling harder. Hannah slips slightly on ice. Garrett quickly catches her hand. For a moment, both freezes. Their faces are very close now. Hannah's heart starts beating fast. Garrett also feels nervous suddenly. Neither say anything. The moment feels soft and real. But then some students walk fast loudly, breaking the moment. Both awkwardly step back near the end of episode 2. Garrett and Hannah sit together inside a small cafe near campus. They drink hot coffee quietly, no fake fluttering, no pretending, just peaceful company. Garrett suddenly say, "You know, you are my favorite person to spend time with you now." Hannah looks surprised hearing this. Then she smiles softly, and deep inside, both finally understand something important. Their fake relationship is slowly becomes real love. Real love. Episode 3 starts with snow falling heavily outside Briar University. Morning classes are beginning, but many students still look sleepy after last night's party. Inside her dorm room, Hannah Wells sits quietly near the mirror, but today she can't focus properly. Her mind keeps replaying the moment when Garrett Graham held her hand outside the party. The way he looked at her felt real, not fake, not acting. Hannah softly touches her face and whispers, "What is happening to me?" Meanwhile, Garrett Graham is inside the hockey gym early in the morning. He normally jokes around with teammates, but today he looks strangely quiet. His teammate Logan Michel notices immediately. Logan smirks and says, "You are completely gone." Garrett pretends not to understand what. Logan laughs loudly. "You are in love." Garrett instantly throws a towel at him, but secretly Garrett feels nervous because maybe Logan is right. During practice, Garrett plays aggressively. He strikes faster and hits harder than usual. The coaches become impressed, but Garrett is actually trying to remove Hannah from his thoughts and it's not working. After practice, Garrett checks his phone. There is a text from Hannah. "Study session tonight." Garrett smiles immediately without realizing it. Dindy Laurentis sees this and groans dramatically. "Oh God!" He is smiling at Axe now. Garrett ignores him, but inside he feels excited. Later, Hannah attends music classes. Today, students must perform short songs in front of everyone. Hannah becomes nervous instantly. Public performance make her anxious. One by one, students sing confidently. Finally, the teacher calls Hannah's name. Hannah slowly walks toward the stage. Her hands shake slightly, but then she notices someone and entering the classroom quietly. It's Garrett Graham. He came just to support her. Garrett smiles softly and gives her a thumbs up. These small action clamps Hannah immediately she starts singing slowly. Her voice fills the entire room beautifully. Everyone becomes silent. Even the teacher looks emotional. Garrett watches Hannah proudly. To him, she looks incredible. After the performance, students clap loudly. Hannah feels sad but happy. Outside class, Garrett catches up with her. He says, honestly, you were amazing. Hannah blushes. Thank you. Garrett then joked dramatically. I almost cried. Anna laughs loudly. Their chemistry keeps growing naturally. Later that afternoon, Hannah and Garrett go together to a small cafe near campus or studying. But honestly, neither is focusing much on studies anymore. Garrett tells embarrassing childhood story. Hannah laughs so hard that coffee almost spills from her cup. Then Hannah shares stories about her school life before college. He noticed Hannah becomes quieter whenever relationship or boy are mentioned. He understands that there is still hidden pain inside her heart, but Garrett never pushes too hard. That is one reason Hannah feels comfortable around him. As evening arrives, Garrett walks Hannah back through her dorm. Suddenly, they see Justin Cole outside talking with friends. Justin smiles when he sees Hannah. This makes Garrett strangely irritated again. Justin walks over and starts friendly conversation with Hannah. He even asks if she wants to hang out sometime. Hannah becomes surprised because this was her original drama. Justin is finally noticing her, but sometimes feels different now. Earlier, earlier she wanted Justin badly. Now her heart feels confused because while Justin talks, Hannah keeps noticing Garrett standing silently beside her. Garrett's jaw tired slightly. He act calm but jealously he visible clearly. Finally Justin leaves after saying goodbye. For a few seconds silence remains between Hannah and Garrett. Then Garrett casually asks, so are you happy now? Hannah noticed the strong tone in his voice. Why do you sound angry? Garrett quickly denies it. I am not angry. But Hannah can tell he is lying. Later inside her room, Hannah keeps thinking about Garrett's jealous. Slowly, she realizes something important. Garrett may actually have real feelings for her, and honestly, she has feeling too. That night, Garrett can't sleep. He lies on his bed, staring at the chilling every memory with Hannah keep returning. Her laugh, her singing voice, her smile. Finally, Garrett sits up frustrated. He whispers, I am completely screwed. The next day, Briar University organized a hockey event on campus. When students gather to watch the player, Hannah comes to support Garrett. When Garrett sees her in the audience, she immediately smashes breather. During the game, Garrett performs perfectly. She scores multiple goals. Crowd cheer loudly. But even time Garrett looks toward the audience, his eyes search only for Hannah. After the match, Hannah congratulates him excitedly. Without thinking, Garrett suddenly hugs her tightly. For a moment, Hannah freezes in surprise. Then slowly she hugs him back. Both feel comfortable in each other's arms. Too comfortable when they separated. Both look slightly nervous. Dean see everything from nearby and whispers dramatically, they are definitely in love. Later that evening, Garrett invites Hannah to dinner outside campus. This feels different from their normal meeting, more personal, more real. At the restaurant, they talk for hours, not about fact dating, not about Justin, just about themselves. Garrett asks Hannah about her dreams. Hannah explains she wants people to hear her music someday. Garrett listens carefully and says, "You can do it." The confidence in his voice makes Hannah emotional. Nobody supports her dreams this sincerely before. Then Hannah asks Garrett what he really wants in life besides hockey. Garrett becomes quiet. After a long silence, he admits, I don't know. This answer feels deeply honest. For years, Garrett only followed expectations from others. He never truly asked himself what he wanted. Hannah softly smiles. You will figure it out. Their eyes meet again. This time, the silence feels intense. Romantic tension grows stronger. Garrett slowly leans slightly closer. Hannah breathing comes nervous. It almost feels like they are about to kiss, but suddenly Garrett's phone rings loudly. Both jump back awkwardly. Garrett goes in frustration while Hannah starts laughing. The romantic moment breaks completely. Later, Garrett walks Hannah back to her dorm. Before leaving, Garrett softly says, "Good night, Hannah." Hannah smiles warmly. "Good night, Garrett." As Hannah enters her room, she touches her lips consciously because part of her voice, Garrett actually kissed her. And outside the dorm building, Garrett standing silently in the cold snow, thinking exactly the same thing. Episode 4 starts the next evening after Garrett, Graham, and Hannah Wells almost kissed at the restaurant. Both are now acting strange around each other. Inside her dorm room, Hannah lies on her bed, staring at cleaning. She keeps remembering Garrett leaning closer toward her. Her heart still beats faster thinking about that moment. Hannah covers her face with a pillow and whispers, "This is bad," because now her feelings are becoming real. Meanwhile, Garrett Graham is inside the hockey house with his teammates. Dean De Laurentiis notice Garrett smiling randomly again. Dean throw popcorn at him and say, "You are hopeless now." Garrett smiles. "What are you talking about?" Dean laughs loudly. "You almost kissed Hannah yesterday. Your face say everything. What are you thinking about?" Garrett becomes quiet for a second because honestly, Dean is correct. Garrett has completely fallen for Hannah, but he also feels scared. For the first time in a year, someone truly mattered to him emotionally. The next morning, Hannah walks across campus holding books tightly. Suddenly, Garrett appears beside her again, but today both feel awkward. Normally, Garrett jokes immediately. Today, there is silence. Finally, Garrett smiles nervously. "Hi." Hannah smiles softly. "Hi." But both walk together quietly. The pension feels romantic and strange at the same time. Then Garrett suddenly say, "So about yesterday?" Hannah instantly becomes nervous, but before he can continue, Garrett hockey coaches call him loudly from behind. The moment breaks again. Garrett Garrett sighed dramatically while Hannah laughs softly. Later, Hannah attends music rehearsal with other students. Today, the teacher announced a important campus music performance happening soon. A student must sing in front of a large audience. The idea immediately makes Hannah anxious. Crowds still scare her sometimes. After rehearsal, Hannah sits alone in empathy music room. She looks worried. A few minutes later, Garrett quietly enters. He brought coffee for her. Garrett noticed her expression immediately. What happened? Hannah explained about the upcoming performance. She admits she feels scared singing in front of too many people. Garrett listens carefully. Then he sits beside her and says, "You know what I see when you sing?" Hannah looks at him quietly. Garrett smiles softly. "I see someone amazing." Hannah's eyes slowly soften hearing this. Garrett continues, "When you sing, you stop hiding." Those words hit Hannah deeply because Garrett understands parts of her that that other people never notice. Hannah quietly say, "You always know the right thing to say." Garrett grins proudly. "It is one of my one of my many talents." Both laugh together again. Their connection feels stronger than ever now. Meanwhile, Justin Cole starts paying more attention to Hannah. He texts her more often. Sometimes he walks with her after classes. At first, Hannah once dreamed about this happening, but now things feels different because every time Justin talks to her, he compares him with Garrett, and Garrett always stay in her heart stronger. One afternoon, Justin invites Hannah to a small party. Hannah agrees politely. Later, she tells Garrett about it during studying. Garrett instantly looks uncomfortable. "Oh God," but his voice sounds annoyed. Hannah notices immediately. "Are you jealous?" Garrett quickly denies it. "No." Hannah crosses her arms. "You are a terrible liar." Garrett laughs but says nothing. Deep inside, jealousy burns strongly. The idea of Hannah with another guy makes him miserable. That evening, Garrett attends another intense hockey practice. The coach pushes everyone harder because scouts feel soon was the team. Garrett normally enjoys hockey pressure, but today is emotional, feel messy and distracted. After practice, Garrett sits alone in the locker room again. His father suddenly appears unexpectedly. The mood changes instantly. Garrett's father speaks cloudly about hockey performance and future opportunities. Her, he barely talks like a real father, more like a strict manager. Then his father noticed Garrett sleeping focus lately. He said harshly, "Do not let girls distract you." Garrett expression hardness immediately. He adds, when his father controls his personal life too. After his father leaves, Garrett feels angry and frustrated. Later that night, Hannah goes to Justin's party. The atmosphere is loud and crowded again. Music sags, the walks, student dance everywhere. Justin stays close beside Hannah and tries faltering more openly now, but Hannah can't reflect fully. Sometimes feels missing. Then suddenly Garrett enters the party with his teammates. The moment Hannah sees him, her entire mood changes instantly. Garrett notices Hannah standing beside Justin, his jaw tightness. Justin casually places a hand on Hannah's shoulder while talking. Garrett looks visibly jealous now. Then Dean whispers beside Garrett, "You are about 2 seconds away from flirting someone." Garrett ignores him and walk together. Hannah, when Garrett reaches them, the atmosphere becomes tense. Justin smiles politely. Garrett smiles back, but the smile looks fake. Hannah can feel the jealousy between both boys. Justin eventually leaves to grab drinks. Now Hannah and Garrett stand alone together. Garrett quietly asks, "Having fun?" Hannah noticed the irritation in his voice. "You really are jealous?" Garrett sighed heavily, then finally admits softly, "Yeah, maybe I am." Hannah's heart beats faster hearing those words. For a moment, neither speak. The Garrett finally looked directly into Hannah's eyes. His expression becomes serious and emotional. Garrett quite say, "I don't think this is fake anymore." Hannah freezes completely. Her breathing becomes nervous. Garrett steps slightly closer. "I try not to care, but I do." Hannah softly whisper, Garrett continues, when you are with another guy, I hate it." Hannah eyes slowly fill with emotion because she feels ex- the same way, exciting the same way. Then Hannah admit quietly, "I don't want this to be fake either." For a second, both simply stares at each other in silence. Snow falls softly around them. Then finally, Garrett gently touches Hannah's face, and this time he kisses her. The kiss feels soft, emotion, and real, not fake acting, not part of plan. A real kiss between two people who slowly feel in love. When they pull apart, both look shocked and happy at the same way. Garrett smiles softly, so I guess we are officially complicated now. Hannah started laughing emotionally, then he hugged him tightly, and Garrett hugged her back like he never wants to let go. This is the moment where their relationship truly changes forever. Episode 5 starts right after Hannah Walls and Garrett Graham finally kiss outside the party. Snow is still falling softly around them. For a few seconds, both stand silently, neither know what to say first. Because everything between them had changed now, Garrett slowly smiles and say, "Show that definitely did not feel fake." Hannah immediately starts laughing nervously. Her cheeks her cheeks turn red from embarrass- em- embarrassment. Garrett gently touches her hand again. This time Hannah doesn't pull away. Instead, he holds his hand together tighter. For the first time, both openly expect their feeling. Later, Garrett walks Hannah back to her dorm. The entire world feels calm and romantic. Sometimes they talk, sometimes they simply smile quietly at each other. When they finally reach Hannah building, neither wants the moment to end. Garrett softly asks, "Can I see you tomorrow?" Hannah smiles warmly, "Yes." Garrett grins, proudly like he just won a championship. Before leaving, he kisses Hannah gently again. Hannah watches him walk away through the snow. Inside her chest, happiness grows strongly, but mixed with happiness, there is also fear because her relationship scares Hannah sometimes. Meanwhile, Garrett returned to the hockey house looking unusually happy. The moment Dindy Laurentis see him, he instantly knows something happened. Dean jumps dramatically from the couch. Oh my god, you kissed her? Garrett tries acting calm, but this giant smile destroys the act completely. Soon, Logan, Michelle, and other teammates also start testing Garrett non-stop. Normally, Garrett enjoys flirting with many girls, but now he only wants one girl, and everyone can see it. The next morning, Hannah walks up smiling. Even her roommate noticed the difference immediately. Hannah checks her phone. There is already a text from Garrett. Good morning, Welzy. Welzy. Hannah blushes reading it. She quietly replies morning. Throughout the day, Garrett keeps testing silly jokes and funny comments. Hannah laughs constantly during classes. Even Ali has noticed. Ali smirks and says, "You two finally admitted you're feeling right." Hannah becomes say immediately, but this time she can't deny it anymore. Later, Hannah meets Garrett outside the hockey area. The moment Garrett sees her, his face light up instantly. Without caring about other students watching, Garrett pulls Hannah into a hug. Hannah feels safe inside his arms. For the first time in a long time, she feels truly comfortable with someone. After practice, Garrett takes Hannah to a small dinner outside campus. They sit together eating fries and talking for hours again. But today feels different, more personal, more intimate. Garrett asks Hannah deeper question about her life. Slowly, Hannah starts opening up emotionally. She explains how painful experiences from her past still affect her. Sometimes crowds scare her. Sometimes certain memories suddenly return and make her panic. Garrett listened carefully without interpreting. Her expression becomes serious and protective. Then Garrett quietly say, "You never have to hide your feeling from me." Hannah feels emotional hearing this. Most people only see Garrett as a funny okay player, but Hannah now see how crying he truly is inside. Meanwhile, Garrett also start becoming more honest. He admits he feels excited from constant pressure about hockey and his father. Garrett quietly says, "Sometimes I feel like if hockey disappear, I become nothing." Hannah immediately shakes her hand. "You are already enough." Those words hit Garrett deeply. Nobody say think like that to him. Usually people only praise his hockey talent, but Hannah cares about him as a person. This makes Garrett fall even harder for her. A few days later, Hannah attends Garrett hockey game again. This match is extremely important because scouts are watching. The arena feels loud and intense. Crowds scream constantly. Garrett sticks powerfully across the ice. Every time he scores, students cheer wildly. The great keeps searching for Hannah in the audience. Seeing her there gives him confidence. During the final moment, Garrett scores the winning goal. The entire stadium explodes with excitement. After the game, Garrett immediately rushes toward Hannah inside of celebration with everyone else first. He hugs her tightly in front of the crowd. Some students wistfully and cheer loudly. Garrett doesn't care anymore. Hannah smiles proudly. You are amazing, Garrett grins. You are my good luck charm. Later the evening, both walks across the quiet snow campus together. The atmosphere feels peaceful. Garrett suddenly stops walking and looks serious. Hannah noticed immediately what happened. Garrett hesitates, then he admits something honestly. My father is coming this weekend. Hannah instantly understands why Garrett looks stressed. Garrett explains how difficult things become whenever his father visits. His father criticizes everyone constantly. Hannah softly taps Garrett's hand. You do not have to handle it alone. Garrett looks at her quietly. Then he smiles weakly. Thanks. The next Garrett's father arrives at Briar University. The atmosphere immediately becomes tense. Garrett's father acts cold and demanding. Even during lunch, he only talks about hockey performance, pressure, future success, and discipline. Hannah watches everything silently. She notices how Garrett's confidence slowly disappears around his father. At one point, Garrett's father notice Hannah sitting beside Garrett. She asked loudly, is she distracting you from hockey? The question instantly irritated Hannah, but Garrett becomes angry first. If he firmly replies, no, she helps me. For the first time, Garrett openly stands against his father. The moment feels powerful emotionally. Later, Garrett apologizes to Hannah for his father's behavior, but Hannah shakes her hand. You don't need to apologize for him. Garrett looks relieved hearing this. This night, Garrett feels emotionally excited. He goes to Hannah's dorm room late at night. The moment Hannah opens the door, Garrett hugs her tightly without saying anything. Hannah immediately understands he needs comfort. She quietly hugs him back. Both sit together on the bed silently for a while. Then Garrett softly admits, when I am with you, everything feels calmer. Hannah smiles emotionally. She gently touches his face. That is because you can finally be yourself. Garrett kisses Hannah slowly again. This kiss feels softer and deeper than before. Not rushed, not nervous, completely real. As the night continues, both talk honestly for hours about fears, dramas, painful memories, and future hopes. This relationship now feels strong emotionally, not just romantic. Near the end of episode 5, Hannah performs at the college music event finally. She feels terrified before going on stage, but then she notices Garrett standing in the audience, smile proudly. She quiet mouth, you got this. Hannah takes a deep breath and starts singing. This time her fears slowly disappear because Garrett's supports give her strength. The audience becomes silent listening to her beautiful voice, and Garrett watches her proudly like she is the most incredible person in the world. As Hannah finishing singing, loud applause fills the room. Her eyes immediately she Garrett. Next episode starts the morning after the Hug Championship hockey victory. But Briar University feels completely alive with excitement. Suddenly, everywhere is talking about Garrett Graham and the winning goal. Some students reply videos on phones, others celebrate loudly in cafe area and hallways. But inside Garrett's mind, things feel quieter now. But because after months of pressure and confusion, he finally know what truly mattered to him, and that person is Hannah Wells. Meanwhile, Hannah wakes up smiling softly inside her dorm room. Last night still feels unreal to her. Garrett telling her I love you, the championship win, the hug in front of everyone. Everything feels emotional and beautiful. Hannah checks her phone. There is already another message from Garrett. Miss you already. Hannah laughs quietly and replies, you saw me 8 hours ago. Garrett instantly answers, roast 8 hours ever. Hannah shakes her hand smiling. Garrett's dramatic personality still makes her laugh every day. Suddenly, students stop her to compliment her music performance from yearly event. This surprised Hannah because he normally avoids attention, but now she feels slightly lightly more confident because Garrett always helped her believe in herself. As Hannah continues talking, Garrett suddenly appears from behind and hugs her tightly. A student nearby cheer teasingly. Garrett proudly say, my girlfriend is famous now. Hannah laugh. You are impossible. Garrett kiss her forehead gently. Yeah, but you love me anyway. Hannah quietly smiles because it's true. Meanwhile, no pressure begins enter Garrett life again. Professional hockey scouts now want serious meeting with him. Coaches discuss future contract and opportunity constantly. Everyone expect Garrett to focus only on hockey, but Garrett criteria are changing now. Later, Garrett attended an important meeting with scouts and his father. The atmosphere feels tense. His father immediately starts controlling the conversation again. The talks, care plans, training schedules, and future expectation. For the first time, Garrett fully defends his relationship with fear. Later, Garrett leaves the meeting feeling emotionally excited. He immediately goes searching for Hannah. He finds her sitting alone inside the music building, practicing softly with her guitar. The moment Hannah see Garrett face, she know something happened without asking question first. She simply opens her arm. Garrett hug her tightly. Garrett listen carefully. Then he soft say, "It feels safe, warm, real." One funny scene happens when Garrett tries helping Hannah cook dinner. He completely burns the food. Accidentally, smoke fills the kitchen while Hannah laughs uncontrolled. Garrett dramatic say, I am an athlete, not a cheap. Her hand shake backstage, and suddenly fear stops controlling her. Hannah starts singing beautiful. Her voice fills the entire room emotionally. The audience becomes completely silent listening to her. Garrett watches proudly with tears almost foaming in his eyes because this girl who once hid from tension in finally singing confident. After the performance, loud applause erupts everywhere. Students stand cheering loudly. Hannah looks overwhelmed emotionally but happy, very happy.